we're going to first start off with introduction to IT industry. And when I say introduction to IT industry, I'm not going to touch on all the other areas. We'll be just focusing only on the software development part. Okay. So as a business analyst, most of your job role will be somewhere around the software development only. The other things in the other areas, your involvement will not be much. Okay. So you'll be working on various projects where there is a software development. Okay. So that's why I mentioned it. We are going to only work on the software development area only. Okay. So now, if you see a couple of years back, I just took an example like how banking was. Okay, so if you go like 10 or 15 years back, so IT was one of the pies out of the circle. Okay, so it was one of the slices if you take out of a pizza. Uh, as an IT guy, you were just part of the other departments. Okay, so I myself work for a particular government bank. So we had an IT team for that, and we were sitting in a corner in one of the rooms. And whenever the system had any issues and all, we used to come and we used to just rectify them. Okay, that was the scope of IT at those times. But now, how the things have changed, you all know very well. Like IT has become the base for any business. It has become, if you take the same example of the pizza, earlier we were just one slice out of that particular entire food. Okay, but now you have become crest, or you have become the base of that particular pizza, and the other departments are like the topics. Okay, so that is the current scenario for any business. If you want to start, the first thing that you think of building is a proper IT team which can start off building an application or a mobile app or something. On top of that, you're going to build various departments. Okay, various other sub menus. Okay, so that's a way IT has now revolutionized, and it has become very prominent. That is the current scenario. Okay, nowadays I hardly go to bank. Most of my business transactions happen through a mobile app itself. Okay, so I hope that's the case with many of them, and slowly these things are going to increase from the current payment transactions to other larger transactions. Okay, so that is the prominence of IT, and that is how it has increased. So that's why we're going to learn more of IT courses now. Okay. And also, if you see the businesses, also how the what is the difference between the non-IT organizations and IT organizations? If you see, okay, organizations like even Walmart has itself changed into a complete IT now. But earlier, if you see Walmart and GE was founded by none other than the Thomas Alva Edison. Okay, so it took almost for them to reach to the top 5 organizations in the world. You can see Walmart took around 77 years and GE took around 133 years. Okay, but whereas if you see the tech companies, which are the top 5 companies, Amazon, Apple, and all, it took less than 30 to 40 years. Okay, so that is the growth of IT. That is the penetration of IT. All those organizations on IT, they penetrate very fast. They go into the people and so forth. The reason why it is so fast is because of the easy to access, and and all the, if you see, even more than us, our kids can use these IT applications in a better way. Okay, if you take any gaming application or any other social media applications, more than us, our kids are able to. So that is how that is the main reason why IT is growing so fast. They made it so easily accessible, and even after accessing, also it's easy to understand, comprehend things in the IT, the particular process. Okay, so that is the main